close the room. It's 7 minutes late. But I think we have enough time. It's a quick session to wake up everybody.
Yes,
All right. How was the keynote?
it was good.
Good.
Nice.
Like, okay. Thank you for waking up on Saturday and coming and joining us. Hope it will be making butt coming. Moving on. So first of all, thank you for the user groups which user groups shared about the SharePoint Saturday. Oh, this is my user group, and this is another user group which Heather owns or which is part of that. So I also have my nonprofit, which is LAXUG Foundation, and we run Exchange user group in same location. If you would like to join our groups, then these are the links. I think slides will be shared, so don't worry about the links. And you got a picture? Okay. All right. So these are our sponsors. I don't know if you have already seen, but there's a platinum, RightPoint, then gold, Canon, Crow Cannons, CardPoint, SharePoint List, SkySync, General Networks, AppPoint, FMT Consultant, NetWoven, Plus Tech, Total Solution, Bronze, Trust Networks, and Content Panda. This session is sponsored by my company, Golden 5 Consulting. That was non-profit. I still wants to make some living, wants to make some money. It's my profit company. All right. Today's session topic: Timesheet App, a collaborative use of SharePoint Online, Exchange Online, PowerApps, and Mailflow. So I'm using all these things together, which is available in Microsoft Office 365 tenant. So to make this app useful, and the way it does, it's so amazing to see that so easy app which works so smoothly for the users. And many of us have seen the challenge that, oh, I have to use Excel file, send it to my manager, get it approved, and then he might say, oh no, that's not correct. He will send the email back with that Excel file, correct this portion, and then your employee will do that correction and send it back again, and the flows never ends. So you go here in the app, you can just go update, okay, done, check it now, go. So there's no more data exchange between you and your manager or the team, and it's a good place to track everything, keeping the track of the Excel files.
Yeah,
Your finance team or HR team will go back and open every Excel file. One is coming from Anthony, one is coming from John, one is coming from Ashok, one is coming from Prabhat. That's a whole mess for the whole team. So put it somewhere together is one option. Is maybe you buy software, or if you are an Office 365 user, make an app. Make use of it. Okay, what's new today? Let's see. Amazing. Windows 10. Everybody using?
Yeah.
All right. So good, right? Microsoft released new Surface. How many of us buying? Anyone? Okay, you bought the new one?
Not yet.
Okay. They released a new Surface Book Go or something. Then Samsung released a phone, the new S9 or something. Then how many got the hit by Windows updates?
Yeah.
You're not able to RDP, or all of a sudden, one morning you wake up and say, oh, what happened to my RDP? Oh, Windows update applied, and that blocked the server access because they added more security. So I have to update my client machine to RDP or uninstall that update somehow from logging in from the console. Or some Windows 10 update applied, and you couldn't make it to connect your VPN or multi-factor authentication or something else. So there's Windows updates. That's new. Exchange 2019 is new. Windows 19, SharePoint 19, Sky for Business 2019, all are in the market. Password reset solution. That's something I would say, yes, that's new in the market. How many of you got hit by password reset in the organization?
Not yet.
I mean, like, every user wants a password reset, and a help desk get a call,
Yeah.
and those calls are so many. And and those users, until their password is reset, are waiting.
Yeah.
Rather than we should have an automated solution. Go here, reset a password, buy your own. We're not involved.
So is that available now?
Yeah, that's available in Azure.
Oh,
So you have to implement it. Simple implementation. If you have an Office 365 subscription, use it.
And that uses a mobile device to reset? Or?
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll email you to your personal email or your mobile device to do that. Or they have also added the app, their MFA
Yeah.
app, so that will send a token to that app and you can approve it, and that way you can also log in. So that's in the preview right now. It's coming in few months, probably live to everyone. So because I know that some organizations have a concern that, oh, don't want to use personal data like Gmail or personal phone in our database and upload it to Office 365 because that's a personal data, privacy concerns. So they are promoting that app, that if they have an app, then that's the best thing. But options are available. I have seen all the IT organizations' biggest headache is the password reset thing, and helpdesk has no count. I'll get two calls today or 200. You never know who is coming back from the vacation. So, all right. But I think the most important is that what's new is you guys. It's a new day. It's a new beginning. New day, new conference. A lot of learning is coming. So that's how I see every day. It's a new day. Let's begin it fresh. Okay? So, move on. Myself, Prabhat Nigam, CEO, LAEXUG Foundation. That's my email address. That's my blog. And I do a lot of speaking sessions in LA. I live in LA. I'm a blogger, speaker, author, father, husband. I have a 3-year-old. He's very cute. And I run my consulting company as a CTO for Golden 5 Consulting. That's my email address and a website. I have been in IT almost 20 years. I've worked for almost all IT giants in the world. IBM, Microsoft, Accenture, you name it, I've worked somehow. Either they were my customer or I was working on the consulting. So, hi, welcome. And I was 3-time MVP, now moved to the Reconnect, which is who are no more MVP, they still get the benefits and part of the group, talk and learn. It's a big community. So, okay, so we also write our book. So he's the author. He's a Sky for Business MVP. He wrote this book. It's in the market, I believe, now. It's available in Amazon. If you guys are very willing to learn Microsoft Teams, the book is available. It's a handbook, and you can buy it. I reviewed it. I'm one of the reviewer, and we have second reviewer, Vikas. He's a PowerShell guru, I would say PowerShell god. He's amazing in PowerShell. I call him always, hey, I need this PowerShell script. Within half an hour, I have a PowerShell script in my inbox. How amazing is it? And he's calling me back to back, and maybe after 1 hour, I'll say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't need it anymore. But he's so fast. So he is doing all the job in that PowerShell thing. All right, so moving towards the motivation of how we became focused to make this kind of app is starting with audience. Looking to the audience in my company who wants this app is my team. We wanted to manage that app. We wanted to manage a system where we have everything together. My finance team goes there, have a look in one go, get all the details, and get it updated. So get them updated with the data and run the payroll easily. Life is easy. Don't spend half of the month in just looking into the timesheet of all employees. Just look one Excel file, or we can download that. So look at one Excel file or one web page. You have everything there, and that's it. Move on. That's a focus. That's the audience, and then every end user and employee of mine, they have to do either fill in the Excel file or send me the hours in the email, and I have to review that work and I have to approve it. If I have to go back 1 month and my customer questions me that, oh, why you put 15 hours on that day? Hey, I don't know. I have to go back and check what happened on that day. I have to go back and review my emails and see, oh, okay. So Anthony worked in my on that day for 15 hours, and they had an outage. So we worked and resolved the issue, and then I have to come back. That will take my 1 hour to find out what happened, everything. Rather, I'd go to the app and I'll figure out much faster. I think I've also given the reasons in audience together. Then we move into the process. So we thought it's supposedly very easy process where an employee gets an easiest option, maybe an app in your phone. You go there, open the app, put your details, and say, okay, done. And that similar way, an approval goes to their manager, and the managers look into that and say, okay, he did it 8 hours today. I got it, approved, done. And if he has a question, he can also reject it. So everything can be done from the phone. You don't have to go and open your laptop again. Because I understand, I work extensively, 8 hours in the office, you're tired, you close your laptop, you don't want to open again. You go home or you go to a hotel, wherever you are, you want to relax, you want to spend time with the family. But yeah, you can easily open your phone and update your time on that day. Maybe take 2 minutes, 5 minutes. But you're sitting with the family, in between you take the breaks and you can do that. So that's kind of an easier approach that everyone would like. That's what my process is. That's a focus on the process side. Rather than opening Excel file and writing timesheet and in the Excel or some other tool. Moving on to the requirement, it's an easy app. So basic requirements are the availability or the licenses of all these. If you just have Action Online and not SharePoint Online, it will not work. You need the license for everything. It is going to use Azure AD Basic, so no license required on Azure AD side. It will use Action Online, it will use SharePoint Online, it will use PowerApps, and Microsoft Flow. The four applications it will use. Alright, so configuration requirement is relatively very simple. We need all users manager configured in their Active Directory so that can synchronize, and we have that available. If you don't have the manager, whom we will send an approval?
Right.
So that's the question. So that's answers there. If your manager has to be configured, you should have the license for all these applications. Then you should have end user power app deployment. So you might like to say, oh, they will have to install an app, but yeah, when you are hiring them at that time, or policy changes, you tell them, okay, we are introducing new system, no more Excel file, use this application. Everybody understands the pain and they would like to use the app if that's more comfortable. But I understand if deploying an app in an organization is not that easy. Probably you can use the group policy to deploy on their computers, but not on their phone. So that's kind of a one tricky thing which you have to consider deployment. And the user and managers training. Training is relatively very easy. Go to the app and look into the system and just select your things, update your things, and you're good to go. Any question? Sure. Okay, then process is again very simple. User opens app, add time entry, or you can also open SharePoint link, which is a web link. If you don't have the app in your phone, you just want to use the web link. You can also save that web link as a favorites, open the web link, add the time entry. Once user submit timesheet, user receives a confirmation email that your timesheet has been submitted. At the same time, manager receives an approval request. Manager approves the timesheet, and it gets updated in SharePoint Online, and record gets updated as approved, and then user receives approval email. So that's a confirmation. Okay, your timesheet got approved. You can do the happy dance now. Stay happy. Then finance team comes, collects the approved timesheet and run the payroll. Finance team admin declares that a paid entry. Once it is paid, they can declare it's a record. No more edits available on that entry. Yeah, I mean, that's quite a simple approval system process. And if they reject, then end user also receives the email that, okay, it got rejected. Can you go back and update the time entry by after discussing with your manager? It doesn't tell them much, but they know by the time manager is rejecting, manager is responsible to tell them why he's rejecting.
Right.
So that's understandable. They get that rejection and they go back, put the thing, correct the timesheet, manager approves it, all good. Right, we reach to the demo, which I think everyone would like. So I have PowerApps with my laptop. By the way, I have $300 vouchers for Azure.
Wow.
Every month you can consume $100. I have, I think, 5 or 6. We have more. So you will have to fight for that. The fight is easy. Ask questions. So I have 6. If no questions, then we'll see how we can just throw it out. All right. So there are some apps available in PowerApps for free. Microsoft wrote it and released it. The budget app, the book a room, and all those apps are available. Lower towards the bottom, because I've signed in with my ID. I have my apps showing here. G5 approval and G5 leave. So I've also added leaves approval app now, but it's still in preview. We are still testing and recording the issues with that. So not today, but the system we'll see today.
So, Prabhat, first question. What's the Wi-Fi design password?
Here.
MS events.
Okay, sorry, got it.
Okay.
I hope it counts.
Okay, you can take it.
Fast enough, here.
Pass it.
Thank you.
All right, so this is my team has been recording. So I have all this system because it's approval. I have approved everything. But showing that part, if I go and add an entry, okay, I click twice there because next option is checkbox. So it said, oh, there's nothing here. Right. So this is SPS LA and my login ID. I have some of the email IDs which are mailboxes. It is shared. So that's why I have the login ID and also have the employee name. Otherwise, I could just pull your login ID and not give an option. That can be done. So I just type my half name and it identifies who I am. And then I want to give a date. It pulls the calendar. Don't have to type it, but option is there to select. Say okay. This is just, I would like to remove it in the next version, but it's there for the timing if you need to. Um, but we don't care. Timings, 8 hours I'm here. I put 8 hours. This is submit. We have differentiated submit and resubmit right now because resubmit is when if it is rejected and you have to resubmit. And speaking and networking. And here's my name. And there's nothing to attach. I have nothing else to add. I mean, it doesn't have any field. But description here we can add a lot more. My employees write a lot, like this big. But I'm like, okay, it's good to record because if customer comes back, I have the data there. I don't have to go back and ask you again. Okay, so now I click submit. Okay, it has submitted. It's not a good interface. So what it's showing me is the other entry which is there in my list as a first entry. That was 96 hours, this one. Okay, so what happened is by the time I got a approval submission email, this is the email I got saying timesheet approval request has been submitted to your manager. My manager is my CEO, Sonia Clever-Rubia, and it has gone to her. Now, if she approves, then I'll get an approval email back. So I will text her to see if she can approve it right now.
So this is just using the approval flow.
Yeah, this is the approval
Okay.
flow which is doing it.
And do you guys have like a drop down for the projects, or it's always free text?
We can add a drop down, but
Because I'm
we,
thinking maybe, afterwards you can kind of do a Power BI, like how much time we're spending on different projects.
yeah, we can add it. We can keep on adding a list there. It's like you have to fill in the data. So that's what it is. So I've texted. She should approve it in few. Once she'll approve, I'll get an approval email saying that okay, your timesheet got approved. Okay, she did it. Wow. I just love it. Yay! I can do happy dance. Alright, so this part is relatively very easy to understand. The flow is so good. It went there, it came back, it got approved. In how many minutes? Maybe
Maybe a minute, yeah.
under 3-4 minutes we did it. That's more or less you would like to see. That's so easy for end users. And you say, well, wow, my manager approved it right away. Going back to the slide, or if you have any question here, we can move around a little bit here, or that entry would have gone down somewhere. I should be able to see that. Let's see, SPS, right? Can't find the entry.
So this is just linked to a SharePoint list?
Yes.
So did you start with the Power Apps first and then use the SharePoint list as the data source, or did you start with the list and then create the Power App?
Okay, we started with the list. So we started with the list. We can go to the SharePoint also and take a look there. So this was an easy console for the end user. You guys like the demo? Was it useful?
Yeah, I'd like to see your flow.
Yeah, I'll show you later. We can show that offline.
Okay.
So we identified some issues where if we have external consultant who's helping and we didn't add them as in our system, then we may need to give them the access external to the external users, which we have not tested and tried, which is coming in the next version of our application. Then we are adding a comment section in the next version. Then we are looking to improve or give a better look to the emails. You saw the emails are more like text, and so that's where when I change that approvers email or other emails will be looking much better. And then right now we declare the record manually. We will add another flow process where finance team comes and says that paid, and when they say paid, it will declare it as a record.
Oh,
So that can add another option on the side that, okay, now it's paid, it's record. So that's we're gonna add later, because it was not stopping us for the employees to use it. So we are using it. Now we are identifying the defects and fixing it. That's how everyone does. So that's coming next. All right, so next topic is in this room is PowerShell for SharePoint Online, making SharePoint admin feel loved again. That's a nice topic coming up. Don't go today. You are blocked here. Don't go today. Evening is a very good dinner at this place. Baja Cantina. It's I think between 6 to 8 is the time, but I think Rafael is at 5:30. So I think right after Rafael, you have this option to go. And thank you. We finished quite early. We have more time
job. Thank
to
you.
go to the booth, get things signed up, and enjoy your day.
I have a question for you. The column that you had in on your SharePoint list, the status column, the approved, what's that, is that just from the flow also, or the?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to show the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can, I don't understand.
it's
Yeah.
from the flow,
Okay,
and yeah, it is.
The approval flow?
yeah.
Yeah, it's from the flow, so we can configure that, so we can talk offline and show you guys.
Would you be able to share it right now? I'm also curious, but on top of it, like through Power App, if I go online, can I see it?
No,
It's already
right now it's internal.
Okay,
Yeah, we are promoting as one of the app of Golden 5,
okay,
so we'll be helping you configure your own,
okay.
because this is my own and we can configure your own. It doesn't take much time.
So there will be a subscription cost or something associated with it?
No, the one-time configuration cost,
Okay.
one-time helping in configuration.
And,
And if you need a modification that comes after, like first time you say, okay, I want this, and after you use it, you realize, oh, I need more details in it, or I need another part, so then that can work after that.
okay, and you touched upon the external user aspect, so right now I'm assuming the authentication, you're doing it through AD or
Azure AD.
Azure AD. What if folks don't have Azure AD?
They will have to authenticate somehow.
Yeah, so we have our internal
AD.
AD.
So you synchronize your AD with the Azure, that way you have the
So we
user.
have to have Azure AD.
ADFS, yeah.
Yeah, anything you are using in Office 365
Yeah.
that uses Azure AD always.
Yeah.
If you are
I
using,
didn't know that.
yeah, that's what.
We are Office 365, I have like SharePoint and.
Yeah, but you
PowerApps
also,
and all that.
maybe you never went there to see because it's
Yeah.
never required,
Yeah.
but you have Azure AD.
Oh, okay, I
So,
didn't know that.
yeah, that's where your
Can't be
users
here
are.
without it.
So external users, all the external users that we are talking about, they also need to be on Office 365 in order.
Yeah,
for-
they have to be synchronized, otherwise there's no
Synchronized,
way that
otherwise-
Office 365 would
Yeah.
Yeah,
know.
you would share your
But
domains or.
I mean, you should use single sign-on, so they just have to log in with their domain credentials. They don't have to log in separately in Office 365.
Okay. There's no other way, like, what if, so I'm just thinking from my company perspective, We have quite a few vendors that we deal with, and we cannot force all the vendor and their consultants.
Right, you end up
to-
either having to give them
Yeah.
an Office 365 license out of your domain, or that they already have Office 365, then you would just,
Yeah,
share.
and we can do both. That's the thing, either of those situations. Because from all licenses are meant for our folks, and those are external consultants. We do.
All organizations, any company you pick it, they all do. Even Accenture does a lot of sharing, or you pick PwC, they also do that. There's no company in this in US which does not do the partnering or outsourcing or vendor management. Everybody has vendors. So if you have somebody working for you, then you would like to have their email address of that person. If that person is there, then they have a manager. They have to submit the timesheet, then they should be able to submit from your system. Vendor can send you only the invoice. That's the best thing. You can ask your employee, the vendor's employee, to extract that. You can extract their timesheet, give it to their vendor.
But right now, the entire approval process that we just saw, it's only internal. Unless we.
That's why I said
Yeah, I
external
wonder
is.
if you set up an Office 365 group and they submit that their invoices to that site mailbox, and then use the flow on the site, on that list where the mailbox goes to, that,
From the invoicing, I understand. I think that's doable because it's coming to the mailbox. We do the approval and it goes out. They are
yeah,
not coming into our
they're not
area.
physically getting into
So-
your
Yeah,
tenant, yeah.
but for the timesheet submission, for the actual consultants, they will have to access this Power App that we are just talking about, or even if it's sitting on the SharePoint means.
Yeah, so that's why I said we have to explore the option
Yeah.
to have external users. That's coming in version 2. So
I get that.
if you're
I'm
really
just-
really needing
Yeah.
and you want to get it deployed, let's talk after
Sure.
session and we can work it out.
Absolutely. Another question I had was, how about the reporting? So, have you thought about putting together some reports? I know you are fetching everything from list and you are sending the data back to SharePoint. Have you thought about generating some sort of a reports wherein you can have consolidated reports? Okay, by the way.
Yeah, you can extract. You can actually download the.
Power BI.
Yeah,
Power BI
Right on the
is-
would
list.
be awesome. Yeah.
yeah, just pull it right in, that list right into Power BI, that's what I end up doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a way to export to Excel. This one.
Oh, you don't even need to do that, if you
Yeah,
go
you
into
can-
Power BI, you can go right to this list,
Yeah,
yeah, and then make all your charts and just have your weekly report or
Okay, that's a
whatever.
good idea.
so you can do a lot.
Yeah.
That's the benefit of Office 365, that you have all the applications together. You can use and collaborate between them, whichever way mostly it's possible. With Flow is amazing. It can do. It can
I'm
connect.
starting to learn it, it's fun.
Yeah, it can connect from here to here and here and give you here. Enjoy it. So, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to know when you create that